Oh, what is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Eden's new unreleased track, Dive, on guitar. Now obviously I'm uploading this video on October 16th, so if Eden releases a studio version of the song that's completely different than this tutorial, I know it's going to be something like this in the comments. But Kyle, that's the wrong chord. 400 likes. I'm totally kidding. Yeah, so it might be different than a studio version that comes out. But if you guys want to hear what this is supposed to sound like, I've released a cover of it last week. You can check it out on my channel. I know a lot of people ask me, hey, can you play the song before you teach it? And that's oftentimes why I make the covers the week before I do the tutorial. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoy and have fun playing it. Take care. All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting right into it, there's a couple things that I want to go over in terms of the chords. We're going to be playing bar chords this whole entire song. Now for the strumming parts, we can play regular bar chords. There's only 5 chords in this song. It's going to be an E, F sharp, A flat minor, B, and C sharp minor. So you can hear, as I get up there higher, it's a little bit harder to play our normal structure for bar chords. So there's a couple things that you can do for the finger picking parts that might sort of relieve some of the tension. And one of those is simply getting rid of the unnecessary fingers. For those finger picking parts, we're only going to be playing the low E, the D, and the G strings with our thumb, index finger, and middle finger over here. And so we can still overlay our index finger on the 4th fret for this A flat minor, but what we don't need to have our all 3 fingers playing, because we're only going to be playing this note here. And the other 2 notes are already covered by our index finger. So this would be a minor chord. And then if we want to switch this to a major chord, let's say our B, we do the same thing, but we just include our middle finger on the fret before on the G string. So even for me that's tough, so I like to use my thumb. Thumb on the low E, and then same thing, we have our ring finger on the 6th fret, and then our index finger on the 4th fret, and those are the only 3 strings that we're playing, and that's how I'm going to show it in this video. So our minor chord, major chord, instead of the index finger I use the middle finger, so let's get into the actual song itself. Our first chord is an A flat minor, and that's going to be with your thumb or index finger on the low E on the 4th fret. Our ring finger is going to be on the 6th fret of the D string, and our index finger is going to be on the 4th fret of the G string. Now the picking pattern for this song is going to be counting to 4. Okay, so our first 2 notes are played with our thumb and our middle finger, and then after that we go to the index finger and down to the thumb. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we've got our A flat minor. So hold on if you want to. So we go from our A flat minor to our B, 7, 9, 8. And then down to an E. So on our low E here, we can just use our middle finger and our index finger on the 2nd and 1st frets of the D and G strings, and then pluck that low E by itself. 1, 2, 3, 1. I'm just going up and down with my right hand. So hold on if you want to. I don't want to play this song, I don't have the patience. So it goes A flat minor up to B and then down to E, and it repeats. But this time we do A flat minor, we go to B again, and then we go up to a C sharp minor, and that's going to be on the 9th, 11th, and 9th frets of the low E, D, and G strings. Alright, and that repeats again. A flat minor, B, E. And the last part of this is going to be an A flat minor, down to an F sharp, 2nd, 4th, and 3rd frets. And and then up to a B, and then ending on a C sharp minor. And I know that can be confusing. However, this section just repeats the whole entire time through this picking part. So I'm going to play it once really slowly with the lyrics, and I'll let you guys figure out the rest because it just repeats. So, excuse my lyrics, I don't remember them. Hold on if you want to. I don't want to play this song. I don't have the patience. Last year was a long one. These days are reruns. I could never feel the same. Sorry, kind of screwed up at the end there. I could never feel the same. The transitions between the chords are a little bit odd. If you play it with the cover that I did, you will totally get it. So that's pretty much the hardest part of the song, is the intro part with the picking. Now we're going to move on to the strumming part when he says, so dive in to my home, it's all I have. Now we're going to play an E, you know, an E chord, second fret, first fret of the A, D, G strings. Up to an F sharp, which is going to be index finger over the second fret. We got our ring finger and our pinky finger on the 4th frets, and then our middle finger on the 3rd fret of that G string. It's going to sound like this. It's all I, A flat minor, index finger all the way over the 4th fret, ring finger, pinky finger on the 6th fret, back down to an F sharp. So drag E to the shore, F sharp, talking like a flat minor, real life savior. NASCAR just raced in circles again. At the end of that little chorus bit, we're going to hold out that A flat minor. Now the post-chorus bit and into the second verse is going to be this. It's very similar. It's going to be that E, but we're going to hold it out for 2 counts to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of going to the F sharp, we're going to go up to an A flat minor, and then down to an F sharp, back to E for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and that repeats through the second verse. So we've got our E. Breathe out, it's a cold night. Da 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 da. No time on the way. Feeling isn't heavy as an outside. Honestly, it all stems from the inside. At the ending of this verse, we're going to do the same thing that we did at the end of the last verse with those weird chord changes, except instead of playing it with our thumb, we're just going to play it with regular bar chords. It's going to sound like this. Inside, let's try. Quick changes. We've got an A flat minor, down to an F sharp, up to our B, 7, 9, 9, 8, and then up to that C sharp minor. Alrighty, and back to the E for dive in. So dive in to my home, F sharp. This just repeats. This is the chorus bit repeating. And into the outro bit. This part, I feel like it's sort of this improvised finger picking, and so I'm going to show you the chords and let you guys figure out how you want to play it exactly yourself. So the first chord in this little outro bit is just going to be an E, and you can pick whatever notes you want, as long as you count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to our A flat minor, playing it how we played it in the beginning, and then down to an F sharp, and then down to an E again, and then back to our A flat minor, and Instead of an F sharp, we're going to go up to that C sharp minor, back to E. Alright, and that just keeps repeating. Now, one cool thing that he does in here is after he plays the A flat minor and down to an F real quick, he does this harmonic thing on the 12th fret. The way that you do this is by laying your index finger lightly on the 12th fret and plucking it. And as soon as you pluck it with your thumb, or the fleshy part of your finger, you let go of the string. And it creates this harmonic. So the way he incorporates this is... Okay? Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it teaches you a song that hasn't even been released yet. I think it's super cool. I can't wait for a studio version. Please check the description for the chords. I will hopefully here be making a tab pretty soon if I'm not too busy. Hope you guys enjoyed and have a great week, and I will catch you this weekend.
Slide for a minute, let me grab the coupe, we can ride a minute. Show you my world, don't be shy, you can get it. Come with me and we could see. Slide for a minute, let me grab the coupe, we can ride a minute. Show you my world, don't be shy.